Hello everybody. Welcome. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. And normally, hi Dorothy, how are you? I'm doing well. Hopefully you weren't waiting long, or if you were, you found some other things to do. In the meantime, I was on a training and oh my gosh, it ran over and I just couldn't get here. So 2:30, here we go. It's fine. I have a very large, but probably not time consuming project today. I'm super excited about it. But I do have a quick story to tell you. Hi Rhonda, hi Erlene, hi Beverly. If you are new tuning in, go ahead and comment VIP. I'll send you a welcome message with a link where you can join my free DIY and crafting group. You'll get more ideas, inspiration, and insider information. Now, today, I have to tell you, I have been creating, and I'm just going to give you some samples. I have been creating with this theme of the dark stain and the espresso color for a couple months now, thinking that I'm just drawn to it for some reason. I've gone through a whole entire espresso jar of chalk paste since its inception in July, I guess. And apparently I put it out in the world that I'm doing this old-fashioned dark browns and burlap colors for Christmas this year. And I have not been shopping. I haven't been researching. I haven't been doing any of that. But I put it out there in the world that that's what I'm doing. And I mean, I did that. I did my train. I've done my deer. I've done so many things with these colors. And today, all I wanted to do, I literally went to Hobby Lobby and I got this. It's just a nice big size wooden sign for my project today. And as I leave with a cart full of things, not all of my stuff can even fit into my cart. I ran into this couple, this lady and this guy, older couple, and they just looked at me as I was coming out because I had so much stuff in my hands, and I just looked at him and laughed, and I go, "Don't go in there." Don't go in there. And he turns around and he goes, "Let me guess, you only went in for one thing." I said, "Yep." So the 50% off section gets me every time because all Christmas is 50% off. So I'm like, oh, I went up and down the aisles. But you guys, guess what I found? Look at these colors. These are just a few. Mind you, I bought 90 items, but I only went in for one. I have a problem. But so much of it is for creating and teaching and showing you guys. But look at these. Aren't they pretty? These are going to go. And then, of course, some bells. These are just 3 of my very pretty brown things that I'm going to be decorating with at Christmas time. And I just felt very redeemed to say I put that out there in the world, and Hobby Lobby felt me. Oh, did they feel. I also got some swags to put around that have those little brown bells and a whole bunch of burlap. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. My husband goes, "Why don't you just put up Christmas now?" I was like, 'cause they still have to do Thanksgiving. Oh, but I'm excited. I'm very excited. All right, let's get to work. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Carol. Hi, Anita. Welcome. Oh, boy. Yeah, don't go to Hobby Lobby. It's hi Marilyn. It's a whole thing. Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'm a craftaholic. Nice to meet you. I'm not going through a 12-step program because that would be a lie. I'm just gonna admit it. Oh, that's right, Kelly. You guys in Canada already had Thanksgiving, so you're done. So you can do Christmas. Me, not so much. We haven't even had Halloween yet. So, okay. Let's get on to the actual project for today. So I did purchase this. Now, this is not 50% off, and I'm a little sad about that. I do love when the wood things are 40 or 50% off, but it wasn't a bad price, you guys. For the size that this is, it was only like $32. And so I felt like, oh, I guess I could just leave. I don't know. It's got all this cardboard on the back, and I kind of want to take it off. Now, because I purchased this, it's not a, it's not one of our we don't have, the only surface we have this size is the chalkboard, the Aiden, the gorgeous Aiden. So you can totally do what I'm about to do on our Aiden if you have it. But this, just FYI, I am going to wax this because this is a wooden surface with like kind of a whitewash color, and then it's kind of like a chalky surface, like it's a very matte finish, and so you really need to wax this for a couple reasons. I always kind of go through why. Hi Janice. Hi Connie. Oh, listen, if you want to go ahead and get the supplies for this, you can get the big stencil I'm going to use, the 3 colors, and then you can get the wax and the tools and stuff. All you have to do is comment the word Sleigh, SLEIGH. When you comment the word Sleigh, I'll send you a message. So you have to, after this video, go check your messages. Don't forget, so many people comment the word and don't check their messages. And they're like, where did it go? You have to go look at your message, your inbox. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, it's just gonna be in your messenger inbox. Okay, so we got that much done. I'm just waxing away. We're gonna build some muscles doing this. This is like 20 inches by 27 or something like that, I think I read. Now, our stencil is just about 18 by 24. So it'll fit on here. There'll be a little bit of room. If I wanted to do any embellishing or adornments for it, which maybe I do. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes bigger, simple is better. Okay, now, after you wax this, you need to use your hands to kind of feel, make sure it's not like tacky. I always kind of take a different one and like buff it if it feels tacky. Up here where I started, it feels a little tacky. So I'm just going to buff that. All right. All right, now it feels nice and smooth, waxed and ready to go. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Joy, Michelle. Welcome, you guys. So this is kind of what we're gonna do. Let me see if I can. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of center this actually. This is a big stencil. You wanna flip it over and we're going to peel the backer sheet off of the stencil and leave that stencil kind of laying there. How is everybody doing today? How's the weather by you? It is a cloudy day today. Not too bad. The weather is, it's about, I think it's like 60s, close to 70 here in Michigan. Okay. I'm gonna set this aside. Oh, you guys, my resin projects. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, so now I'm gonna lift this and kind of flip it over. Two hands, being careful. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna fuzz it. I'm gonna fuzz it because, you know, you just I've got a couple of these. You just want to do all of the things because there's a lot of sticky on here that's going to go onto that surface. Perfect. And I'm just gonna keep pressing. All right, I'm just putting a little bit of fuzz on this so that it's not as sticky as it is when it's brand new. Should be. Oh my goodness, okay. Good deal. Good deal. All right, where we go? There we go. Hi, April. In the 90s to hundreds. Oh man, I wish I was where you are. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. And then I have to kind of make sure it's straight. And also looks pretty good. So I'm gonna start in the center and then press it down. I'm gonna use 3 different colors: espresso, shimmer forest, or if you have regular forest, and cherry. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my espresso and move on to that shimmer forest is gonna kind of go in the center, and then we're gonna do espresso here, and then we're gonna do some red here. So you'll see how this goes. I'm gonna use a small squeegee. So this is our, like, I don't know, 2-inch about. It's like about a 2-inch squeegee. So I'm just gonna scoop it up. I know I'm gonna need a lot. And I'm gonna do the whole word sleigh rides, or both words, you know, the whole word. And I'm just kind of being careful because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the swirls. If I want that to be a different color, or if I want that to be espresso. I'm not sure, but I should kind of make up my mind here pretty quick. I'm going to use the chalk and peel method, okay? So what is that? What it is we're going to chalk one part of this, and then I'm going to peel that part up. Well, the entire design is on one sheet, so I will end up peeling it up and then laying it back down, but not pressing it down. All I'm going to be doing is separating that from the surface. I think what I'm going to do is go over these swirls in our cherry. Okay, I'm going to use a mini squeegee here. There we go. And I'm just going to go quickly and be careful as to not mix my cherry and my espresso. But I think this will be a nice color combination. After I get done with the cherry, what I'm going to do is go ahead and move on, or I'm going to peel and then move on to the forest color. I just got a little red in my forest, but that's okay. It's minute. It won't be that big of a deal. All right. So the reason why I'm going to paste and peel is because you do not, and this is important for winter, and I'll tell you why in a second. You do not want to let your chalk dry. This is not paint. Oh, see, I let it dry too much. So do you see how that's kind of, I let it dry too much. I'm gonna lay it back down and I'm gonna try to do something to like reconstitute that and see if it helps at all. No. So what happened is it dried, which is what I was trying to avoid. But it doesn't look too bad. It just kind of looks distressed. So now I'm gonna lay this back down and let that just be. Oh, I got a little mess over here. So we're gonna be real careful over here. I'm gonna pick up some of that so that I don't. I was gonna be so careful today. Remember yesterday we talked about making mistakes? Good gravy. We talked about making mistakes, and here I go making all these mistakes. But the whole point, so what I should have done was do it all brown, peel it up, lay it back down, do the red. Now we're just gonna do green, and it's gonna be fine because it's gonna go fast. The reason why you don't want it to dry is because that chalk will dry on the screen. This is not paint. We are not using paint. Paint is self-leveling. It's gonna go immediately through the screen and it's going to level itself out onto the surface. It's not going to stick to the, well, theoretically, it's not going to stick to the, I'm just putting a little bit of green on here. Not a lot, because the rest of it's kind of going to be brown. All right. The chalk is going to stick right to that silk screen. which is not what you want it to do. Now that I have this, I'm just going to lay it back down, and I'm going to press this back down here. That is pressed down. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom, which is our words. And then I will lift this, and then I will do the final bit, which is going to be brown. There we go. Again, this color is cherry. It's my preferred red. My preferred red. All right, so our horse. There we go. Hi, Kathy. Marilyn, you are not the only one. I'm assuming that is referring to my mistakes. And the cool thing about this is that you can totally take this stencil off, wash it, and then once it's dried, lay it on this again, line it up, and go over these letters, and it will be good as new. Oh, all right, now I am not done. So I'm gonna stick this right here for a second. I'm gonna move this, set it over here, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna wash this stencil, and I'm gonna attempt to redo this. You can see I'm not done, but I'm going to let it dry a little bit. It looks awesome, like absolutely awesome. Okay, now I'm just gonna lay this out on my mat. This is the best way, honestly, to clean. I'm just gonna spray it with some water. Okay, I'm gonna grab my board eraser. I'm gonna get it wet, and I'm just going to start washing the front. Another thing you could do, if you have a big sink, like your kitchen sink is one of those big ones, you can take this to the sink. You can take it to the bathtub or a laundry tub. It's a really great way just to like get it into some water. You can run water over it, you know, whatever you need to do. I'm cleaning it here. We're gonna get down and dirty in this stencil just to get it clean. Now, if you do want to get the project supplies for this, and I'm going to show you how really easy it is to fix if you have a dry, like if you have a chalk that dried on your stencil. I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you how easy it is to line this up, because these stencils are kind of, what do you call it? They're kind of translucent where you can see through them a little bit, and it's really easy. Okay, so this is pretty clean. Let me get it dried and then we'll flip it over. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna peel it up. It was stuck down and there's gonna be like a little mess under there. So we are gonna clean this up. Actually, let's use this. The board eraser is your friend. when you're working with chalk. The board eraser 100% is your friend. You do have to clean it out, squeeze it out with the water, but it's simple. Here we go. Okay. It's almost time for me to put a new mat on here. I change it up maybe once or twice a year. I flip it over. Not for you, like if I was just using it at home, I wouldn't, but because that's where I do my videos and stuff, so I like a fresh, clean mat. This one is pretty used. All right, now I'm gonna flip this over and we're going to wash this side, which is the sticky side. I'm gonna do the same thing with my board eraser. I'm gonna get it wet. I'm just gonna hold it down because it's sticky on the top side. So when I do this, it could move like that. So I just kind of hold it down a bit. As soon as I get it wet, it's not so sticky then. And I'm just making sure to get all of the chalk out of the little silkscreen area. Chalk is water-based, so it's washable with water. You don't need soap, you don't need anything else. And because of that, even if the chalk dries on here, it's going to come off with water. That is not how paint works. If paint dries, you will not get it off with water. You will not get it off with anything. You will have a ruined stencil. So, if you ever do use paint with our stencils, please know that you need to immediately get this washed immediately. Don't ever let paint dry on it. No matter what you think, don't do it. Now, I'm gonna go over it with a little disinfectant wipe. Disinfectant wipes are awesome. Disinfectant wipes are awesome for okay. If you are new, I will say it again, my friends. If you're watching us for the first time, you can comment the word VIP. And what I'll do is I'll send you a message with a link where you can join my free DIY and crafting group. You'll get more ideas, inspiration, and insider information. Now, we're gonna get this all cleaned up. I'm gonna lay it back down one more time on the other side. And we're gonna wash the other side one time with a disinfectant wipe. This is a tip, don't use baby wipes. Don't use any handy wipes, skin wipes, anything like that on here because the adhesive does not like even any like skin conditioners or, you know, vitamin E or any of that stuff. All right, now we are going to dry this. Normally, with smaller stencils, the cleanup is super, super fast. All right. When I washed off that front, I was supposed to dry it, and I didn't. So I'm gonna lay it down. I'm gonna grab my drying cloth. And all kind of cleaned and dried. Peel it up, wipe that down. I have a whole system. We're gonna lay this down and then we're gonna dry this with the microfiber side of our our fuzzing towel. Once you get it all dry, we can lay this back down on our project and do the word sleigh again. Okay. Perfect. It is sticky, and I'm just going to kind of lay it. I'm sticking it to my table, and then I'm going to get this prepared for our project. I am going to use, I'm all done with our green, so I'll go ahead and close that. This was our forest, shimmer forest, which you're going to see in a second when I bring that back. Looks so good. Pretty, pretty. Just cleaning off my squeegee so that I can use this. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I'm going to dry this. Make sure it's really dry. I don't want to do any other mess ups. Our shimmer takes a little longer to dry than our regular. Have you ever tried cream bleach on transfers? Actually, I have not done bleach. I know you can. I have done, you know, etching cream. I have done the torch paste. I have done all sorts of other things, but it will not ruin your transfer as long as you do it, and then you just wash it right after. All right, everything is dry, so that's good. I do have one thing that I will tell you. If you love this project and you would love to, I think I'm gonna, hold on, I'm gonna do something. And you would love to save some money. I mean, who doesn't want to save money, right? I feel like everybody would like to save money. But I don't want to assume. So I'm going to tell you that you have an opportunity to become one of my perks members and save 30% on all the supplies that you see here today. And anything in our entire shop, you could save 30% every day. And all it takes is you becoming a perks member. If you want to get those details, you can comment the word perks. All right, so what I'm going to do is fold this so that I'm only using the part that I need. And I'm just going to line it up perfectly. Well, looky there. Okay, now some of the red needs to be fixed, so I'm going to do that. There we go. And I'm going to peel it up. And I'm going to lay it back down. And then I'm going to fix this brown. Okay. Here we go. There's a big difference between the like brown that was showing up and the espresso that I want it to be. I listened to a really interesting podcast. I don't know if you guys listen to the podcast Serial, but I got really addicted to it when it first came out, and it's really well done. Kind of like a true crime investigative podcast series. And, oh my goodness. But I just listened to season 5 today. And that was pretty cool. All right, now I'm going to peel it. Oh, so much better. So much better. And then, so good. So good. All right, let me set this down so I don't mess it up. Let's get this cleaned. Actually, I'm just gonna use this. My water is pretty gross now. I just have a bucket of water. It's like a dish pail kind of a thing. And when you do a large project, it can get really gross really quick. But this is kind of a quick and easy way if you're only using part of the stencil that you can wash it. And then we'll get all of this cleaned. Oh my goodness. Do you guys watch? Do you guys listen to podcasts at all? I'm kind of a listener. I do watch shows and stuff, but I have to be multitasking almost at all times, meaning I love listening to books. I love listening to podcasts. I love listening. Like if I had TV on, I mostly am listening and also doing something else. So very rarely am I gonna sit and do nothing if the TV is on. It's hard for me. It's hard to like turn off certain parts of my brain. Okay. Let me, actually, I'm gonna, get it dry. There we go. So your stencil will get stained a little bit when you use the deeper pigmented colors, but that's totally fine. You can tell which ones are used and which ones are not used. Done with that. Let's check this out, my friends. All right. Here we go. Listen to books. Marilyn, it's one of my favorite things when I'm just working. Okay, thank you. Bye. Working, crafting, listening to a book or a podcast. In fact, when I'm recording videos, I'm often listening to a podcast and then I, mute my video and I'll do a voiceover for it. So I can be listening and crafting. So that's a little inside scoop to the way I work. I do love. And then true crime or mystery, like real life investigation stuff is kind of my favorite. And I've always loved it. And it doesn't even have to be crime, but a lot of those investigation things are crime. It could just be like interesting stories, which happened to be the one I was listening to today, today. But for the past week or so, started out as true crime and ended up that it actually, like, it wasn't really a crime. It was just thought to have been a crime. And then with the investigation, it wasn't. Cleaned up and done. All right, you guys, let's check this out. And look at this. I'm hidden back here. I think it's really cool. I think it's gonna go well. This is one of those things where you can hang it, but I don't really have a lot of wall space. We have a very open concept house, and so there's not a lot of wall space at all to hang things. And so likely this, I'm gonna probably have this leaning up against a wall, and I may have some cute things on the ground, maybe a basket of pine cones or something. Or maybe I'll set this, I'm not sure yet, but it's really cool. I'm glad I got the surface so that I could do it. And I think it's gonna look good. I did not do my normal staining of this, but it's okay because the brown and the brown are going to pull in all my other browns. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you. Marilyn, no, we're not trying to plot murders. We're just learning because, number one, if something happens where we live, we'll be on it. Or it teaches you to like pay attention to certain things, which is interesting. And also, obviously, like, I don't know. It doesn't, and people are like, doesn't it bother you? Like, how can you sleep? I literally fall asleep listening to true crime TV. My favorite, Forensics Files. If I could listen to Forensics Files, the guy's voice every night. Yes, it's true crime. It's totally weird, but it helps me sleep. It puts me to sleep. Because true crime and documentary voices are calming. It's not like a sitcom that's laughy and loud. It's not sports that's loud and exciting. It's like so calm. And so I totally, Forensics Files is my favorite. But anyway, if you want to get the project supplies for this, you can comment the word Sleigh, S-L-E-I-G-H, and then I'll send you a message with the link to all of those things. If you want to get into my free group, comment the word VIP if you're new, and I'll send you a message with a link where you can join my crafting group. And then finally, if you are wanting to save 30% on everything or join my club, which is a subscription box for only $21 a month, there are my keywords. Go ahead and use them. Just put them into the comments and I'll send you a message. But then, now that the show's over, you're going to have to comment, or you're going to have to go check your messages so that you can get the message. Okay? All right. Now, you got to come back on Friday for the resin class. We're doing resin on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So be here or be square. I'm going to stand this up down here for a minute. Oh, it's so cute. It matches my cute little swag. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I did a mess up clearly on purpose so that I could teach you how to fix when your chalk dries on your stencil instead of on your surface. So you're welcome. Hi, Terry. All right. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you back here Friday at 2 p.m.